Hey friends, it's Sonia here. I just had something on my heart I wanted to share today. I had a conversation yesterday with one of my senior rubies she's probably my level 4 or 5. And let me make sure that I'm live here. Yeah, okay, I have a viewer. Good. All right, and I just, I wanted to just come here today and just kind of share with you a little bit about that conversation when I got off the phone, my thought process, my experience. So I hope you're willing to listen today. Maybe it can help some of you to help your teams. But I entitled this, Pushing for a Goal, Pulling for a Goal. And hey, Jill. Oh, I love you so much because you love your dog as much as I love my dog. Hey, Jill. All right. Now I'm going to try to get back focused here. All right. So there's a difference in pushing for a goal, which is good, right? We all want to push for a goal. And there's a difference in pulling for a goal. Pulling, dragging the people that don't want to be dragged, right, on the journey. And so I want to talk to you about that conversation. So we were talking, and she's had a pretty fast move up, okay, pretty fast rank up. Every 2 to 3 months, a new rank. That's pretty fast. But she was really, really, really wanting to be enrolled, of course, by July. And she came to me maybe in June and told me what her points were. And I said, okay, here's the deal. There's a difference in having 1,000 points with momentum and with people in place and people that want to work and people that are running, than to have 1,000 points that you've been sitting at a while with just a good solid base unit, but nobody really wants to run. There's a big difference. So, we had a conversation back in June, and she was so stressed out and just like getting sickly and because of stress, and her husband was making comments, and it's like, okay, when you have long-term vision for something versus desperation, peer pressure, oh my gosh, I got to do this now because of this, because of this prize, because of Hawaii, because of a car, because of whatever. You work from a different place in your heart and your mind. You work from an entirely different place when your heart and mind are separated. And you have to have that long-term vision versus desperation. So we had a long conversation in June. She felt relief that I didn't tell her anything. As you know, when I coach people, I don't tell them what to do. I walked her through it, asked her questions. She come to the realization is she really didn't have enough runners in place. If you've got runners, well, then push for the goal. But if you have to pull people and look back, I know I've done this. I looked at white lines before and was like, okay, I've got a whole lot of white lines, but there ain't many of them that are going to want to do anything. When you're in that situation, I say go push yourself for a goal. Go push by going to get more runners yourself, going to get more runners yourself, trying to see who you can get to silver, who you can get to gold. But don't burn yourself out. And one thing that I can tell you from experience, when I was in a cosmetic company for 17 years, I burned my husband out. He resented my business. Probably after the 10-year mark, he was so sick of it. He didn't want to hear about it. He resented it. You do not want to do that. You didn't get into this. I told her this. You didn't get into this business for the reason, to give up everything that you have in life for this business. This business is to help. This business is not your calling. This business is a means to get you to your calling, to your lifelong dreams. It's a tool. So you don't want to put that business in front of everything else that's important to you. And that's what sometimes can happen. And it's easy to do with all the peer pressure and all the prizes and all the, all the things that are dangled in front of us in network marketing. It's easy to lose sight of why we're doing what we're doing. And so, we just live in that society. So let me see. Yeah. So I had a couple things written down. Yeah. Organic growth, that organic growth where you have momentum, that's fun, right? But it's not fun when you're desperate and you're trying to you're feeling the peer pressure of how can I reach this prize? I'll do whatever I got to do. Well, step back, take a deep breath. And I think the number one thing, and I know for me, for all of us, it's that comparison game. It's what are people going to think of me if I don't earn this prize? What are people going to think of me if I'm not doing this? We have to release what people think of us. We have to release what people think of us, guys, because they only think about us right then at the moment, and then they're off to thinking about someone else, where we are with us forever. We cannot leave ourselves. Our family, we don't want our family to leave us. So we have to have peace with ourselves and our family, and that's the most important. Who gives a rip about what people think about us? Forget it. It's very unhealthy for your self-esteem, your self-image, to let that be your driving force. Because I can tell you, when I left that other company, I had such damage to my self-image and self-esteem. I had to go to therapy. I'm not saying I'm fixed, but I had to go to therapy because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was anymore. And it was all about the game and the rank and the prizes, and I lost who I was way back. And it takes a long time to get that back. And I want you to enjoy your journey. I want you to get in this, enjoy the journey. Am I a big believer on pushing to the last minute? And I mean the last minute for a goal. Yes, I push to the last minute for a goal. I help my people push, but only if it makes sense. Only if it's doable. And when I say doable, this is what I say to people. Don't tell me you want to be an emerald if you're doing silver activity. Don't beat yourself up if you're going for gold, but you're only talking to 2 new people a week. Stop beating yourself up. Quit doing that. Just match your activity to the goal. If you went to get a job and your boss said, if you do this, you'll get this raise. Well, if you did that, you'd get that raise. But if you only did half of that, you wouldn't get the raise. You wouldn't be beating yourself up. You would actually be logical, right? You would look on the paper and go, well, I only did 1/4 of the activity. So, of course, I didn't get the promotion. So stop beating yourselves up for not getting to where you think you ought to be. You're where you ought to be because of the choices you've made. So if you want to rank up, you're not there, but you don't really have necessarily the people in place to really do it this month, just breathe, pray about it, make new affirmations. Totally, I believe in affirmations because you get what you put out there. You reap what you sow. It's biblical. So work on yourself, your belief, your affirmations, and be logical about what's out there and what you can work with. And push for the goal, but don't pull for the goal. Does that make sense? Okay. Oh, I'm going to go back and say hi to all of you guys. I love you guys. It was so good to see a lot of you this year in Hawaii. I'm excited to see you at Leaders Retreats. And I didn't reach my goal for Leaders Retreat at all. I'll tell you. I was pushing for the shopping spree. Did I really have the people in place? I really didn't have the people in place. So setting that goal was a huge stretch for me. So I knew that it was a stretch for me, but I was willing to go get new runners. I got 14 new level 1s because I took responsibility, and so I don't have the people in place. But I'm going to go get some people, and I got some people. But did I get enough runners combined with really what I had to hit it? No. But guess what? I hit Disney. That's the most I've done. That's the biggest goal I've hit from Leaders Retreat in 3 years. So stretching for the biggest goal that you can see is good, but you got to be willing to take responsibility yourself to go do your best to make it happen and work with what you do have. And if you don't reach the goal, which I didn't, I'm okay with that. I'm so much further along than I would have been had I not stretched for the goal. So it's a fine line. Stretch for it, but be careful. Be careful with beating yourself up if you don't reach the goal, because you got to look at what you're pulling from what you have. Okay. All right. I'm going to shut up. When I hit finish, if it gives me the option to save, I'll save it. I hope it does. I didn't do it from my phone. So God bless you all. Y'all have a great October. What a great company we work for, right? All the incentives we have to help our people, to help us. I love what Helen posted yesterday about priorities, and I love it. I love that we got in this for time freedom. I know I did. And I enjoy time freedom. I don't want to work 50 hours a week anymore. I'm approaching 50. I've done this for 28 years. I don't want to work 50 hours a week. I want to enjoy my life. So thank you, Helen, for that, because we don't have to work 50 hours a week, and we can still have a productive, incredible business. So y'all have a great October. Love you guys. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.